A one-stop shop for area veterans and the services available to them was held late last week in Scottsbluff. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the annual Veterans Stand Down brought the community services available for veterans together in support of our service members on Thursday and Friday at the Harm Center in Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff County Veteran Service Officer Matthew Myers says the stand down brings services veterans need into the same location so they are easy and quick to utilize.
From my office, if they want to file a claim or if they don't know they can file a claim, we can inform them about that. And we use this opportunity just to allow every veteran to have one stop that they can make, and they can kind of talk to all the organizations that are available for their veteran services.
Brandon Ball is a peer support specialist for Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership, where he runs a suicide prevention program, and says events like these are an opportune moment to highlight outreach programs.
Yeah, so basically we're here to outreach and to let veterans know that maybe that don't know about us. It's a good time to talk with them, and if they're a good fit for our programs, we set up an appointment to either get them enrolled or to get some more information and talk more about the program that way.
Oscar Gonzalez is a veteran from Scottsbluff and owns Reverend's Funeral Parlor with his wife. As a veteran and business owner, he sees both sides of the stand down.
So for me, it kind of just gives us a couple of days to, as a veteran, to get to see what other services are out there for veterans that we can network with. It gives us an opportunity to see the other veterans here in our community, and as a business owner, it gives us an opportunity to show the community what we're about and how we take care of our veterans as well.
Michael Milliken, the Military and Veterans Affairs Director and Veterans Upward Bound Assistance Director for WNCC, has an education opportunity available for veterans with disabilities.
If you're not eligible for the post 9/11 GI Bill because you got out earlier, if you have a disability percentage of 10-20% or higher, then you can go to school for free, and Veterans Readiness and Education will pay for your books, they pay for your classes, and they'll even give you a housing allowance.
And if you need help filing your claims, Myers says,
Our primary job is to make sure that veterans know what their benefits are within the county, so we inform veterans on their benefits along with filing for compensation. If a veteran had injuries in the service, what we do is we file for those injuries and try to get them compensation for the injuries they have.
This marked the 8th year of the annual Veterans Stand Down event. Well, a tumultuous 2023 legislative session has come to an end, with Nebraska lawmakers voting to adjourn sine die Thursday afternoon, 2 days short of the full 90-day session. In a moment of levity that perhaps summed up the felling of most on the legislative floor, Gordon Senator Tom Brewer offered the customary motion to send a committee to summoning Governor Jim Pillen.
The 108th legislature, first session of the Nebraska legislature, is about to complete its work, thank God, and to return with any messages the governor may have for the legislature.
Addressing the accomplishments of the session, Pillen lauded senators and their efforts since the January start and working through a session-long filibuster.
Much of this session has been focused on fixing things. Taxes that are too high, a broken school funding system, infrastructure projects that were taking too long, but we've also focused on opportunities to grow the economy in Nebraska.
Speaker John Arch noted that when counting individual and omnibus Christmas tree bills, the provisions of 291 measures were addressed out of the more than 800 pieces of legislation introduced this session, similar to the rate of a more typical 90-day session. And then a final call from the chair by Lieutenant Governor Joe Kelly. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
Welcome back. A 39-year-old Scottsbluff man is appealing his most latest criminal conviction and sentence. In April, Juan Carrera was sentenced to 8 to 10 years in prison on convictions of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person and terroristic threats after he pleaded no contest to the charges in February. Carrera was arrested last August for allegedly brandishing a handgun at employees of the Panhandle Humane Society. Court records show that the Nebraska Supreme Court accepted the case on May 22nd, but it could be months until the case officially gets on the docket. Carrera is not eligible for parole until early 2028. Well, a Scottsbluff woman has been sentenced following a December 2020 investigation by the Wing Drug Task Force. Jenny Shaw was taken into custody back in October following the issuance of an arrest warrant alleging that she sold meth to a CI working for Wing twice in one day. In February, she pleaded no contest to 2 counts of attempted meth distribution, and on Wednesday, District Court Andrea Miller sentenced Shaw to 3 years of probation. And a split Nebraska Supreme Court has affirmed Dawes County Sheriff Carl Daly's 2021 conviction for official misconduct by refusing to accept a prisoner from the Nebraska State Patrol. Sheriff Daly maintained he refused to take an inmate because of concerns over jail security and the prisoner's medical condition, but admitted he was abusive towards NSP command. Last Friday, the Supreme Court turned to an 1879 law, noting that jail standards can't alter a statutory requirement. Chief Justice Mike Heavican issued a dissenting opinion that concurred with the majority's reasoning, but disagreed with its conclusion.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Plenty of baseball, a local signing, and All-Stars are in town this week. Let's start with the weekend that was from the baseball scene. The Western Nebraska Pioneers split their games at home against the Hayes Larks. They won in 5 innings big on Friday, 13-1. Then the Larks got even on Saturday night. The Pios had yesterday off again today, then a Tuesday standalone game at the Greeley Grays before returning home to Oregon Trail Park Stadium Thursday through Sunday. They'll host the Game Day Angels with the Liberal BJs in Friday and Saturday. Both Senior Legion teams from here in town were on the road for tournament action over the weekend. Gering Platte Valley Companies finished 2-2 at the Chadron tournament. The wins coming against Chadron and Valentine. Platte Valley Companies now 6-3, and that's ahead of a home game coming up tomorrow against Sydney before a trip back to Chadron. We'll have coverage for Platte Valley Companies on Wednesday when they head to Chadron. The Wesco Zephyrs went 1-4 at the Rapid City tournament. The lone win came last Thursday, that against Cannon City out of Colorado. Then losses to Huron, Post 6 out of Cheyenne, Lincoln Southwest, and they finished the weekend dropping one yesterday to another Colorado team. That final was 9-6. Right now, 1-13 for Wesco. The Zephyrs will head to play at Alliance tomorrow night. We'll have coverage for the seniors game on 107.3 The Trail. Now to the signing from last Friday up at WNCC as Scottsbluff standout Kellen Harris made it official. He'll stay home to play for the Cougar men's basketball program.
It's a great opportunity. From a little kid, I've been wanting to play at the next level, so it's just a good opportunity for me to show my skills in the next level.
Harris, one of the top scorers for the Cats this past season, helping lead the team to the Class B state tournament. And this seemed like a pretty easy decision for the sweet shooting lefty.
It's just close to home, and then Coach, he's always been looking out for me, checking up on me, so he made me feel like this was the right place.
Harris will continue the family tradition as Dad Anthony played for the Cougars back in the mid-90s. Older brother Trent came through the Cougar doors leaving in 2018, then off to Northern Colorado. WNCC head coach Billy Engel on adding Kellen Harris to his program.
Remembering him from just the time he was a youngster to following him in his early high school career, and then really checking up on him a lot his junior year, and then really following him intentionally a lot his senior year, watching practices. Young man has come a long ways. He's continued to grow. He's continued to get longer. But when it comes to a skill set, he shoots it well. He handles it well. He is athletic. He can do different things around the rim. He can finish with both hands. So, skill set wise, talent wise, size wise, he's really grown. Made a lot of improvements, and I'm just really excited to see that continue.
Scottsbluff's Kellen Harris staying home to play basketball for the Cougars. And a busy week of All-Star activity here in Scottsbluff with the West Nebraska All-Star volleyball and football games slated for this upcoming Saturday. The football guys will arrive to start workouts coming up tomorrow here in town. The volleyball ladies roll in on Wednesday. We'll have a full preview for both games here on the Thursday update on KNEB.TV. 2 o'clock first serve Saturday at Cougar Palace, then kickoff at 7 at Bearcat Stadium. That night we'll have radio coverage for volleyball, TV and radio for football. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, a Panhandle student has placed in an art competition and will have her work showcased in our nation's capital. Last week, Congressman Adrian Smith announced his 2023 Congressional Art Competition winners, and Monique Trejo of Potter's Piece took second place. Smith says her artwork, entitled Josiah's My Little Brother, will be displayed at his office in Washington, D.C. Other statewide winners came from Hastings, Litchfield, and Kennesaw. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you here next time.